Hello everyone, it's me host Himal and I'm back with a new video. And today in the house we have Mi Note 10 Lite with us. So Mi Note 10 Lite is a trimmed down version of Mi Note 10 which was launched around 6 months ago with 108 megapixel camera. So it was one of the first device to come up with that. So following the same trend, Xiaomi has tried to cut down the price and few of its camera features to bring Mi Note 10 Lite. So Mi Note 10 Lite has the same curved screen, same back, and along with that we got same SoC and battery life and all that. We have just few cuts in the camera department. Here we get 64 megapixel primary sensor instead of 108, and along with that we get a quad camera setup. Let me describe you about the camera later in this video. So I have used this device now for a week, and today I'm going to share my experience with you. So I have not scripted or anything, so it's just what I feel about the device after using it for a week. And without any further delay, let's get started. So starting off with the design of a smartphone, we get a 6.47-inch Full HD Plus curved Super AMOLED display at the front. So display is quite pleasant to watch while consuming content through YouTube or via Netflix. And at the back we get a glass back with a Xiaomi branding at the bottom corner and a quad camera setup. At the top of a device we get an IR blaster and secondary mic for noise cancellation, while at the bottom we get a single bottom firing speaker, a primary microphone, a Type-C port which is capable of charging your device up to 30 watt. After that we get a headphone jack. The device does look premium as it has been launched under the 45k price here in Nepal. So it competes all the devices which are currently at that price point in Nepal, such as the Samsung A70s or the Vivo V19 which was recently launched for 50,000 here in Nepal. So design wise the device does look premium, and if you think you want a premium looking device and don't care much about the other aspect of the phone, then you can go with this one under 50k here in Nepal. So let me talk something more about the display. The display here is a curved AMOLED display. The curved display does look nice while consuming content, but I faced some issue while while typing in this keyboard, or while typing in the keyboard of this device, was the accidental touches were quite few, and though Xiaomi gives you option to turn them or customize the palm reduction here, but it didn't work quite well for me. But other than that, display is quite gorgeous, and while consuming HDR content in Netflix, you can see the true potential of this device as it is HDR capable. While testing this device, I was watching Peaky Blinders on Netflix, and that's a great show. Along with that, it does supports HDR, so it was quite pleasant to watch it on this display. So after all that, let me talk about the camera of this smartphone. So camera here, we get a quad camera setup at the back and a single 16 megapixel front camera. So quad camera at the back here, we have a 64 megapixel primary sensor. It's an Sony IMX686. Along with that, for ultra wide we get an 8 megapixel sensor, and we have a 5 megapixel macro shooter. So it's quite good other than the other 2 megapixel macro sensor that we get in most of the devices. And just below that we also get a 2 megapixel depth sensor for those portrait shots, while we also get a dual we can say that quad LED flash at the back, but they don't light up both at the same time. One act as a normal flashlight and another can act as a soft light while taking photos and videos. So let me start with the camera samples here. So pictures here turn out to be quite well. Even the dynamic range is quite good. It was an overcast day here, but the pictures from ultra wide camera have also shown some great dynamic range results. We don't get a telephoto lens here, so the zooming you do is through the primary sensor. It's just the crop up picture from the primary sensor. After turning on the AI and HDR, you can see some details and saturation being boosted up here, and the portrait shots are also quite good, though the dynamic range is quite low when it comes to portrait shot. These were the landscape shots taken from the primary camera, and this one was taken from the ultra wide lens here. While this was the 2x zoom shot, it was just a crop in image from the primary sensor. And talking about the digital zoom, you can go up to 10x digital zoom with the Mi Note 10 Lite. And talking about the front camera here, you can see the pictures here are quite well, but the dynamic range is not so good. And when you take a front camera portrait, the face beauty is turned on by default. At night the shots are quite dim, but after turning on the night sight or the night mode, you can see the colors are been restored with some minor details. And you can't turn on the night mode while using the ultra wide lens. Talking about the selfie on low light, it's not that good with the 20 MP camera, but when you turn on the screen flash, you can see some details. Camera sample aside, let me talk about the performance of this device. So it's a mid-range device with Snapdragon 730G here. So it's a quite capable chipset at the mid-range segment, but you can get better performing device than the Redmi K20 Pro at similar price if performance is what you concern. Rather than that, this device while running Antutu benchmark gave me score up about 2700,000. It is around 2,70,000 all. So I ran 3 consecutive Antutu benchmark tests and there was no performance drop while doing all that, but the temperature rose from 33 degrees Celsius to 39 degrees Celsius and I saw a 6% drop in the battery life. So it has a 6 GB of RAM, so multitasking will not be a problem here for day-to-day tasks such as web surfing, social media surfing and all that. So while talking about the gaming here, I ran PUBG, Call of Duty, Subway Surfer and all other games. So talking about PUBG, you can play PUBG on HD graphics here, but the frame rate will be yes, HD graphics and high frame rate, but you can't go above that to HDR here. So though the gameplay is quite smooth and I didn't face any overheating issue, but while after playing 3 to 4 games, you can feel warm around the area around the camera here, because that where the SoC mainly lies. And talking about the Call of Duty here, you can max up setting at very high frame rates and very high graphics, or you can also max up to max frame rate when you load down the graphics to high graphics. So gameplay here was quite smooth, and that display here, though you get some elements up on the curved side so that they may not be seen properly while you are gaming, but it's not a big problem here, though the display here was quite smooth to handle all that, and the performance was also great. I didn't face any long frame drop issue, though there were some hiccups here and there while playing PUBG in HD and high frame rates for more than 2 hours. Other than that, if you play games casually for half an hour or 1 hour, then you won't face any overheating or frame drops problem here. So all of this is backed up with a 5260 mAh large battery. So talking about the battery, that can be charged up quickly by a 30-watt charger here. So charging a battery quick is not an issue here. That 5000 mAh battery can be top up quickly with the 30-watt charger that you get in the box, while the battery life is quite phenomenal with that AMOLED display and a new SoC from Qualcomm. This device can last more than 1.5 days easily, or sometimes even more than that. While talking about the screen on time, I got more than 8 hours of screen on time every time, and the process of consuming all that battery just to do the battery test was quite tough, because it takes quite a lot of time to fully consume all that battery here. So if you do YouTube stuff and you watch a lot of YouTube and Netflix, then this device will last you more than 1.5 days easily. So battery life is not a problem here. So should you buy this device under 50k here in Nepal? So first you should think what are your priorities. If you think gaming performance and performance is all you want, then I would consider you to go with Redmi K20 Pro, as under similar price bracket with a difference of 1000, you get 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of internal storage, and last year's flagship SoC Snapdragon 855, which is far better in performance than the Snapdragon 730G used in this one. But if you want a premium design with that curved screen and a better camera setup, then the Mi Note 10 Lite might be your choice. So you can also look at the competition here, because at similar price bracket we get Samsung A70s with same SoC and a quad camera setup, and we also get Vivo's V90, but it uses quite old SoC, that's Snapdragon 712 I guess. So if you want a premium design and a better camera with a larger battery and a 30-watt fast charging with casual gamings, then Mi Note 10 Lite might be your choice. But if performance and horsepower is all you want, then I would suggest you to go with Redmi K20 Pro. And if you want a comparison between both of these devices, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you all in my next video.